Hey, Shalom, Akim Shalom, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, from whom I learned this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect out there scattered abroad. So this is a part two to the first video, which I believe I'm gonna entitle that first video, you know, something along the lines of Esau, Edom. The so-called white man has this world upside down. Okay, so yeah, this is a part two to that video. And we were talking about how Esau Edom, the so-called white man, has pushed the Mo doctrine across the four corners of the earth, saying that it's okay for a man to be with a man, a woman to be with a woman, and encouraging it, trying to make little kids do that. All right, what else does he do? He puts the woman over the man and gives the woman rights that the man doesn't even have. Puts the woman over the man, gives the woman the benefit of the doubt, when the scriptures say that the woman is the weaker vessel, and that all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let's get that. Sirach 25, I believe, 25 and 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. That's right. So if the woman is more wicked, why does the so-called white man give the woman the benefit of the doubt? Because he is wicked, and he defends those who are wicked, but he goes against those who are righteous. As simple as that. Everything he does is backwards. Okay? All right? And another thing he does is these abominable ass foods, man. All the food that he's pushing in his own nation of here in America, Babylon the Great, he's pushing the most disgusting foods, and he's trying to push that shit worldwide with all his different corporations, right? These disgusting restaurants. You got the McDonald's, you got these Burger Kings, Taco Bells, all this bullshit, and then they have their brands, the different brand name foods. You got Kellogg's, you got all these fucking brands, Frito-Lays, right? Which we could do a whole separate video on these companies and the wickedness that they do. But look at this. It says GMOs are found in 80% of the packaged foods in the U.S. Percentage of each genetically modified crop that is grown in the U.S. You got soy, cotton, canola, all right? And they use these to make these disgusting oils. Don't be drinking these oils, Yasharallah. Don't be eating no food with these oils. If you can avoid it, avoid it. All right? Cook with olive oil, butter, all right? The natural stuff, man. Stay away from this processed trash, all right? Especially canola, all right? That's got to be one of the worst. But, yeah, and of course, you're not supposed to make GMOs of any vegetables, of any fruits, of any animals, all right? And they've done it with animals. They spliced the genes of mice with pigs, and they sell that pork at the supermarket. Look at this. Scientists use special proteins to insert mice genes involved in the production of brown fat into pig embryos. Alright? And they've already done this, man. That's why the prophecies say that the Lord is going to destroy those who eat pork and mice, because they basically made pork into a mouse. So you're eating mice and pork when you eat pork. When you eat these pork chops, which you shouldn't be eating them. Yasharallah, if you're an Israelite, a Negro, Latino, Native American Indian, you're an Israelite or an Israelite foreigner, which is also an Israelite, don't be eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. Those are off limits. Those are the unclean foods. And that's another thing. This man pushes unclean foods. What is their motto? Do as thou wilt. Do what you want. Do what you want. Freedom. Freedom, right? Freedom to be a wicked ass motherfucker. That's what Babylon the Great is all about. And that's why they push all these nasty, disgusting foods on you. See? So, yeah, they're doing that. Y'all could research it yourself. I'm just giving y'all different things y'all could research. Okay. So let's see what else. Oh yeah, I wanted to make a point. Salakia. Let's go back. I wanted to make a point. Back in the day, if y'all can remember, those of you who are older, you could go to the store and all your foods, most of the foods were still organic. Everything was natural. All right, you didn't have to buy organic because everything was organic until they start changing shit. Now you got to go out of your way to find the original food the way the Lord made it. You see, this man prescribes grievousness. He allows these companies to do all these wicked ass things, man. He doesn't apply any order to the people under him. He has them do all these wicked, grievous things, man. This is why we're so tired of this place, man. This is why we wish destruction on this place, man. This is why we throw up the curses every day. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That the Lord comes sooner, man. Because this place is just wearing us out day by day. Spiritually, mentally, physically, bro. Even though this is part of the chastisement, right? It is building us spiritually through the trials, right? But it's because this place is wicked. That's evil. So what does the scripture say? All right. Oh, actually, before we go into the scriptures, look at this. Top 10 worst processed food ingredients. Trans fat, which they add these to the food. It's okay if the food has it naturally, like some meats like tuna. I believe they have natural trans fats or whatever, right? But when you start adding trans fat into it, or you start adding fats, which some of this shit is off, because there's saturated fat in eggs and meat, and that's fine in its proper balance. All right, but it's when you start adding these weird ass ingredients like high fructose corn syrup. All right, they start adding a lot of sugars, right? They don't even add regular sugar anymore. They add glucose, or they add fructose, which is artificial. They process it. What's the other one? Or they say it comes from fruit, but who cares, man? Why are you adding weird ass ingredients? All right, what else they got? Corn syrup. So you got high fructose corn syrup and you got regular corn syrup. All right, stay away from those. You got monosodium glutamate, artificial colorings, yellow 40, whatever, blue 28 or whatever the fuck, artificial sweeteners, stevias and all that. Or not stevia, salakia, aspartame, which causes cancer in rats. Sodium, which is fine if it's real salt, but usually it's that bullshit salt. All right, sea salt is fine, Himalayan sea salt. All right, what is this? Bleach. Yeah, they bleach it, or they add what do they call that? Detergents. All right, it says excessive and unpronounceable ingredient. Exactly, shit you don't even know what it is. That's just not right. That's wicked, man. That's grievousness. And here's just a basic example. All right, both of these countries are ruled by devils, but as you can see, America is where the ruling elites are able to push the most wickedness. All right, you could look at the famous corn chips here. And you can see it says ingredients. You got corn, vegetable oil, corn, canola, and sunflower, right? Because they use these as waste products. So whatever these other companies ship to their warehouses, they just use whatever they have on hand. It's a mixture of all these rancid oils. Maltodextrin, salt, tomato powder, cornstarch, lactose, whey, skim milk, corn syrup, solids, onion powder, sugar, garlic powder, monosodium glutamate, cheddar cheese, milk, cheese cultures, salt, enzymes, dextrose, malic acid, buttermilk, natural and artificial flavors, sodium acetate. So they already added sodium. Why they gotta add a different type of sodium? You see, that's where it's suspicious and weird. When they're adding two of the same ingredient but in different ways. Sodium acetate, what the fuck is that? Artificial color, red 40, blue 1, yellow 5. So 3 colors. Sodium caseinate. See, a third type of sodium. Spice. What type of spice? Citric acid. Disodium Inosonate, that might be another sodium, and disodium guanylate. See that? You eat these every day, you're gonna get fucked up. See? Now in Europe, they have laws against too many of these weird ingredients. And of course, it's not gonna look as interesting as these look, but who gives a fuck? This food is to eat, not oh, how does it look like? Ingredients. Corn. Corn. So that's weird. Why does it say corn twice? Vegetable oils, sunflower, rapeseed. See, here they're honest. See, you know, rapeseed and canola is the same thing, right? But America, they're liars because they want to sell, so they change the name to canola. Do your own research. Canola and rapeseed is the exact same thing. Cool original flavors: salt, glucose syrup, sugar, potassium chloride, cheese powder, flavor enhancers, monosodium glutamate, disodium 5, ribonucleotide, acidity regulators, malic acid, sodium acetate, citric acid, color, annatto. So annatto is vegetable color. You see, so that's a natural coloring instead of yellow 5 and blue 40, whatever the fuck. Milk proteins and spice. So yeah, this is a little bit better, even though this is still wicked as fuck. All right, it really should just be corn, organic sugar, organic, some type of a good oil, coconut oil or something, salt. Those are real ingredients. All this acidity regulators and bullshit, you don't need all that. It's wickedness, man. I don't care what they say. Oh, it'll go bad. Well, fuck it. Let it go bad. Why are you making a product that can be shipped worldwide? What's wrong with people making it in their neighborhood? Why you gotta be the only one who owns the patent? You see? Alright, what else they pushing? The jump shots, okay, which we know that's responsible for a lot of things. Okay? So what does the scripture say about all that? Let's get it. Ezekiel 4:13. And this is prophecy that had to be fulfilled. It says, "And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them." You see? Then said I, Ah, Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, behold, my soul hath not been polluted, for from my youth up, even till now, have I not eaten of that which dieth of itself, and is torn to pieces, neither came their abominable flesh into my mouth. And these are examples of things they do, man. A lot of these cows and, chickens, they die of tumors and cancers, and they just package that shit up and sell it to you, man. And you won't know the difference. If an animal dies of itself, it had a disease, so you're not supposed to eat it. But Babylon the Great don't care. All right? I mean, we could go on and on all fucking day, man. We could talk about how everything this nation does is just backwards. All right? But, yeah, there it is. That we're going to eat our bread defiled among the Gentiles, proving that the Edomites are Gentiles, man. These so-called white people. So now let's go to Leviticus, and let's get 25, verse 3 through 4. And this is the land Sabbath laws. So another thing, you see all these companies planting thousands of tons of corn everywhere. And they do it 24/7, man. Harvesting, planting, all that. But the scriptures say that you're supposed to have a land Sabbath. So here it says, 6 years shalt thou sow thy field, and 6 years thou shalt prune thy vineyard, and gather in the fruit thereof. But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land, a Sabbath for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Thou shalt neither sow thy field nor prune thy vineyard. See? And, it goes into it more. That which groweth of its own accord out of thy harvest thou shalt not reap, neither gather the grapes of thy vine undressed, for it is a year of rest unto the land. So the land is supposed to rest, to rejuvenate, to be able to refresh itself, so that way you can keep getting nutritious plants out of the land. And that's why our food is not nutritious anymore, Yasharallah. That's why you got to eat so much food to feel full. That's why all of us are overweight or out of shape. Because these foods do not fill you up. You eat and then you're fucking hungry again, man. Because the plants and the animals are eating these, low nutrients because the land doesn't get rest, man. You see? And then that way the medical companies can make more money because everybody's sick all of a sudden. What else? Leviticus 19:19. And it reads, ye shall keep my statutes. Right, that's another thing. This devil says, do as thou will, and we say, no, you don't do as you will, you do as the Lord wills. You see? Alright, but what does it say? Ye shall keep my statutes. Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with a diverse kind. So you're not supposed to GMO your animals. What did they do? They did that with salmon. They do it with pigs. Not that you should even eat pig. Obviously, you shouldn't eat pig. Alright, but they're doing it with the pigs. Mixing them with mice. Alright. It says, thou shalt not sow thy field with mingled seed. Oh, you see that? And what do they tell you? Oh, there's no evidence. There's no evidence that GMO is bad for the environment or for people. There's no evidence. Because you cover up the evidence. Everything you think you're doing it in secret. Because guess what, man? Here's the evidence right here. This video that I'm putting up is evidence. But how many people are going to see it? Almost nobody. I have 7 subscribers. I got a small group of people that found this truth. Right? Through my video or through the videos of Great Millstone. And, that's proof right there that you're hiding the truth, Esau, Edom. Why don't you give my channel a fair chance? Alright? Someone will put up a video about a kid throwing a water bottle into the air and making it land flat. And that gets 1 million views. But me exposing the wickedness done by these elites, these damn devils, that doesn't get no views. Yeah, right. So that's more evidence, man. You're hiding everything. So there's plenty of evidence. But like the scriptures say, you got to seek it out, man. Shit ain't just going to fall into your lap. So ye shall keep my statutes. Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with a diverse kind. Thou shalt not sow thy field with mingled seed. Neither shall a garment mingled of linen and wool come upon thee. Exactly. So you're not supposed to mix fabrics with your shirt, with your clothes, with your pants. And everybody right now watching this video, go ahead and look at your t-shirt that you're wearing. Go ahead and look at your dress or your underwear or your socks. Look at the label where you bought it from, or look at the label on the shirt, and it's going to say 50% this, 50% that. It's going to say 20% this, 25% this, 25% that. You see? Or you might have 100% something. You see, we're supposed to wear 100% cotton, 100% linen, 100% wool, real fabrics. Not this mixing bullshit. But again, that's something that they push here. And these scientists, even these wicked ass scientists, are starting to admit that, yeah, if you wear 100% fabric, it's better for the electric field of your cells and your body. It energizes you. But if you have, different fabrics mixed into a garment, it's going to mess up your energy fields in your body. It's going to stress your body out. So the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai are the ways of life. And the ways of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, are the ways of death and destruction. Alright? So right there. And this man, he'll tell you that this is good for you. This GMOs, they're good for you. They're good in price, and there's no difference between the GMOs and the regular organic. There's almost no difference. And they'll go as far as saying, well, organic is bad because, animals can poop on it, and that can cause a bacteria, And it's like, really, dude? So I'd rather wash my vegetables and fruits off than put poison all over it, like you guys do, and change the DNA so that the flies won't eat it. So how come the flies don't want to eat it? Maybe that means I shouldn't eat it, you know? Because me and the fly have one thing in common. We don't want to eat no poison. Mm-hmm. So you poisoning the flies with these corns, guess what? You're poisoning the people, man. All right, and don't even get me started on this, man. We're not even supposed to really be talking about the jump shots on, this, because they be taken down. But we can talk about it because y'all know what I mean, right? So basically, they push that, and they push that to the young ones, man. Because when you have a baby, it's mandatory. They got to put 30, 40 jump shots on your baby as soon as it's born. Stress the baby out, poison the baby. All right, that's why they got increased rates of, mental disease, mental disorders. All right, and they're going to say, hey, the same man pushing all this wickedness on the earth is the same man pushing these jump shots. So you're telling me that y'all believe this? That this is actually good for you? No. So anyway, let's move on, man. He lies. Basically, he pushes all these lies, and he wants you to think that he's the Most High. All right, you go to him for knowledge. You go to him for food. You go to him for everything because he has all the answers. And he directly contradicts everything that's written in these scriptures, man. All right, he contradicts the law and the prophets. He contradicts the words of Yahushua. He contradicts this whole book, man. All right. And that's why you got increased rates of, atheism. People believing that there's no God because, the so-called white man comes in the energy of an atheist, saying, well, there is no God. But really, if there is a God, it's us. That's what they think. They think that science, and who's the master of this so-called false science? Is the so-called white man. So as you can see throughout the generations, people start believing in the Lord, in God, or in a God, less and less. And these don't know anything, so they might as well be atheists. So you can see boom, 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 boom. More percentage of people basically believing that there's no God, not knowing, And I'm not saying being a Protestant or a Catholic is going to save you, because it's not. But at least those people knew there was a God. There is a God. So they're a little bit closer to getting the truth than these people. These people don't even recognize the words of the Bible. And whose fault is that? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, y'all can remember being in school or listening to these science documentaries. What do they talk about? The Big Bang, evolution, all these things that go against the scriptures, man. And I'm not saying the Lord couldn't use evolution or couldn't use a Big Bang, but the way that they say it is as if it happened all by coincidence. That's how the white man likes to, push his science. Like everything happened by coincidence. They'll tell you the chances of life forming without divine intervention is one in a number so big you can't write it down in the entire universe. There's not enough space in the whole universe to write that number down. And they're saying that there was enough time for that to happen by chance. Give me a fucking break, man. Give me a fucking break. All right, it's all lies. And I'm not here to really convince you. I'm here really to show you, Lord willing, edify you. All right, because a lot of you brothers and sisters already know this, but it's good to remind ourselves of these things. Okay, and so yeah, they push all these lies. What other lies do they push? Okay, they accuse our brethren, man. They accuse, the so-called black men, Latinos, Native American Indians. They say we're the worst people on the planet. They do it through their racism. They do it through their news media. They do it through their, many different ways. So, but what they really did that was super wicked, okay, was they changed the image of the Israelites. We were portrayed as black men in the past, which is what we are, so-called black men, right? But now they portray us as so-called white men. So basically they're saying, no, you're not God, we are God. We're the ones who wrote the Bible, and then we moved on from it because we don't need the Bible. We don't need God anymore. You see how proud these motherfuckers are? let's go ahead. Before we go on any further in that, I want to go ahead and read John chapter 8, verse 44. And it reads, "Ye are of your father the devil." And as we know, the devil is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Because the Pharisees were coming in the spirit of the so-called white man. Alright? And so as Yahweh Shai told them, "You're of your father the devil," I'm going to tell you 2/3 Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that don't agree with this truth, who want to live as the so-called white man, do as thou wilt, a man with a man, a woman with a woman. All right, you want woman worship, you want to do as thou wilt, you want to be an atheist, you love technology and transhumanism and robots, you love all that shit, man. Hey, fuck you, man. You are of your father the devil, because you coming in his spirit. You see, it says, "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father you will do." He was a murderer from the beginning. Who murdered? Cain murdered his brother Abel. All right, Cain belonged to the race of the so-called white man, but Cain came, he was born as a black man, but the Lord put a mark on him. That mark was leprosy, white skin. And then when Cain died, the world was flooded. And so he came back as the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, through the reincarnation. So these videos I'm making right now, they build on all my other videos. So if you don't understand the reincarnation, if you don't understand, any topics I'm going over, you could kind of look through my channel. You'll find a video proving that. The scriptures say, "Prove all things," and that's what we do. So it says, "You are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth." What is the truth? The word, the scriptures. Alright? The testimony of Yahweh Shai. He does not abide in that. He abides in the opposite of that, man. Look at his laws, look at his doctrines, man. Because there is no truth in him. You see? That's why this society is completely devoid of any form of truth, of any form of righteousness. Completely ass backwards, upside down, and inside out. Fucking clown world, man. "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar, and the father of it. And because I tell you the truth, you believe me not." You see? And that's a lot of you fucking 2/3 out there, man. You hear this shit I'm saying, and because it's so true, you rather block it out and drink a beer and watch a football game. You simple ass fucking sports watchers, man. Alright? You watching sports, you watching TikToks and YouTube shorts all fucking day, and you don't want to fucking do the word, do the truth, what is required of you in the word, man. Alright? Y'all know who I'm talking to. You want to bullshit, let 2-3 weeks go by, you don't even know what day the Sabbath day is. You don't have anything going on, but you can't keep the Sabbath day. You better repent, man. You better repent, or the Lord's going to destroy you with your oppressor, with your God, the so-called white man. Esau, Edom. Let's get a precept about this. Let's get John 10:10. And it reads, "The thief cometh not." Who's the thief? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. What did he take? He took America from the Native American Indians. He took the land of Puerto Rico, Cuba, Haiti. He took these lands away from the children of Israel. Of course, these lands still governed by their own people, but at the end of the day, the white man has his tentacles there, man. So is it really our land, man? Look at Haiti. Look at what's going on with barbecue, man. You see? But nevertheless, this is really going into what he did with the Native American Indians, man. He really did steal this land from the Native American Indians, who's the tribe of Gad, the Reubenites, who are the West Indians, and also the Mexicans, who are the Issacharites, who are part of the tribe of Israel also. So these Israelites had their land stolen from them, man. Texas and California belonged to the Mexicans. All of the North American landmass was the Native American Indians. And where are they now? They're pushed into reservations, man. And the Mexicans, when they come to California or Texas, they say, oh, you're an illegal alien. You don't belong here. This is not your land. You know? You can't enforce that rule. You're the one who stole the land. How can you be illegal on a stolen land, man? You see? The thief cometh not before to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and they may have it more abundantly. All right, and the beginning of that starts coming into this truth. You're going to have a rest. This is a place of rest that we're in, Yasharallah, is this truth. All right, because every day we go out into the real world, it's wickedness, pain, torture, hatred, just fucking evil, evil, evil. But when we watch these videos, we get into the word, we have a place of rest for now, because Yahweh Shai is going to return and he's going to make this whole world right side up. He's going to put it in order and everything's going to be perfect, beautiful, and comely, man. All right, so this is the end of the part 2. I'm going to make a third video here, Lord willing. Until next time, Shalom.